Hello and welcome. This is SeeTV News coming to you live from our studios here in Lagos, Nigeria. Coming up, renewed hope agenda has started yielding fruits. You never served me with impeachment notice, Shaibu tells EDHA. Senate suspend Abdul Ningi for 3 months over 3.7 trillion naira budget pardon allegation. Thank you for joining us on SeeTV News. I am Samuel Ukata. The First Lady, Oluremi Tinubu, has said that the renewed hope agenda of the Bola Tinubu administrations is yielding fruits for the benefits of all Nigerians. She made this known during the inauguration of the Community Information Technology Center and the Alternative High School for Girls on Tuesday in Bauchi. According to her, the projects are conceived under the New Hope agenda, adding that it was yielding fruits for the benefit of all Nigerians, especially women and children. Moving on now, Honorable Philip Shaibu, the Edo State Deputy Governor, yesterday denied being served with impeachment notice from the State House of Assembly as claimed by the Speaker, Honorable Blessing Agbebaku, during plenary on Monday. According to the Speaker, the inability of the House to physically serve Shaibu led to substituted service through advertorial in the newspaper. But in a letter addressed to the Speaker dated March 12, 2024, entitled Service of Impeachment Notice, signed by the personal assistant to the Deputy Governor, Charles Olubayo, Shaibu denied ever being served any letter and refusing to collect same. He said he has been out of the state since March 3rd and therefore could not be served as claimed during plenary. According to him, the Office of the Deputy Governor, Edo State, wishes to draw your attention to the inaccuracies and misleading information that emanated from the plenary session on Monday, March 11, 2024, wherein Mr. Speaker directed that the impeachment notice be served on the Deputy Governor, Right Honorable Comrade Philip Shaibu, through newspaper publication, the Nigerian Observer, and older national dailies, sequel to the refusal of the Deputy Governor to acknowledge the impeachment notice. Mr. Speaker was quoted to have also stated at the said plenary that the action became necessary because the Deputy Governor refused to acknowledge an earlier impeachment notice sent to him through the clerk of the House. The Senate has suspended the former Senate Deputy Leader and Chairman, Northern Senator Forum, Senator Abdul Ningi, PDP, Bauchi Central for 3 months, asking him not to participate in all the activities of the 10th Senate. The Senate also resolved that if Senator Ningi writes to apologize during the period, he shall be recalled to resume his legislative activities. The resolution of the Senate on Tuesday was sequel to a motion by Chairman Senate Committee on Appropriations, Senator Olamileko Adiola, APC Ogun West, on the allegations raised by Ningi of 3 trillion naira budget pardon in the 28.7 trillion naira 2024 Appropriation Act, and that the budget passed the National Assembly for 2024 fiscal year is 25 trillion naira, while the one being implemented by the presidency is 28.7 trillion naira. The FCT Police Command said it has arrested the correctional officer CA2 Usman Iyasha Migaji, who shot one Ibrahim Rahib Yabaha of Kishiri village, Mambushi, resulting in the civil unrest and mob action at Wusu Market on Tuesday. Recall that Ibrahim Yahaya had been convicted by an FCT mobile court, was being taken to prison when he jumped off the vehicle and tried to escape before he was shot. A statement by the FCT Police Command said the suspect, which is the correctional officer, is presently in police custody as investigation is ongoing. Normalcy was restored when the FCT Police Commissioner CP Bennett Igwe led a team of police operatives to Wusau to quell the civil unrest at Wusau Market on Tuesday, which was said to have started at about 3:30 p.m. The Nigerian Army 63 Brigade Asaba Delta State has arrested Mr. Iboka, a 22-year-old man, and his parents in Onitsha, Olona, and Niocha North local government area of the state over alleged illegal arms manufacturing. Commander of 63 Brigade, Brigadier General Ugochukwu Onachukwu, who briefed journalists on the development, said the factory can produce 10 guns a week. According to him, 8 suspects were arrested when the military personnel uncovered the weapon manufacturing factory located in a forest. He said the father, mother, and sister were among those arrested over the illegal arms deal, noting that the activities of the suspects were a major contributor to insecurity in the region and the country. Unachukwu said in this axis it is only IPOB, an Eastern Security Network, that uses improvised explosive devices and even drones. He said the Army recovered equipments for manufacturing of improvised explosive devices, IEDs, including shrapnels, detonators, and a container from the suspect. The Osun State Governor Ademola Adeleke has uncovered plans to kidnap school children and disrupt farm activities in the state. He said that the plot includes disruption of rural activities with a focus on farmers and farming work. In a statement issued by spokesperson Olawale Rashid on Tuesday, he said intelligence snippets have revealed the deliberate mobilization of criminal elements in the rural areas of the state, posing serious concern to the well-being of the people. According to the statement, it further revealed that schools have been targeted with abduction and targets as a way of distracting from the implementation of the Safe School Initiative and the multi-billion naira infrastructure plan. He expressed displeasure with rivalry within the Amoteco corps in the state, saying plans are underway to reform the outfit for effectiveness. Away from Nigeria, the Israeli military said 6 lorries from the World Food Program crossed via a gate in the Gaza border fence. Tuesday night, delivery was part of a pilot to prevent Hamas from taking over the aid, it added. It comes amid global pressure on Israel to allow more access to the Palestinian territory for aid amid a looming famine as it continues its war on Hamas. A boat carrying 200 tons of food aid for distribution by a charity also set sail from Cyprus on Tuesday, inaugurating a new maritime corridor into the Palestinian territory. It is expected to arrive near Gaza on Thursday. However, it has been widely pointed out that access by road remains the quickest way to get in urgently needed supplies. The UN said that the WFP convoy was able to use an Israeli military road along the Gaza border fence to reach the north and deliver enough food for 25,000 people to Gaza City. U.S. President Joe Biden and his predecessor Donald Trump have both passed the delegate threshold to clinch their party's nominations. They each won several states in primary election on Tuesday to propel them over the finish line. The two 2020 contenders will provide the U.S. with its fourth rematch in the presidential election for 70 years. Polling suggests it will be a tight race that will down to narrow margin in a few days or few states. The nominations will be made official at party conventions this summer. Up ahead, business, entertainment stories, these and more after this commercial break. Welcome back. Nigerian Port Authority (NPA) has said that cargo inflow into the country has increased by 200% to 900,000 20-foot equivalent units (TEUs) from 300,000 TEUs due to the ongoing port reform. The managing director of NPA, Mohammed Bello Koko, disclosed this while speaking at a breakfast meeting organized by Maritime Reporters Association of Nigeria on the theme examining the challenges hindering the efficiency of e-collop system and solutions. Represented by the General Manager, MD's office, Mr. Ayo Durowaye, Koko said that the port reform was undertaken by many people and they did not know that there were aspects of institutional reform and infrastructure reform, some of which government is dealing with at the moment. He said, "We have seen positive effect of the reform in terms of expanding the possibilities of the economy as we saw increased cargo inflow into the country." Meanwhile, President National Council of Managing Directors of Licensed Custom Agents, Lucky Emiwero, faulted the consignment or the concession agreement, saying there was no proper legislative framework backing the agreement. Amiwiro said before the signing of port operators or operations to terminal operators in 2005, there was no such thing as gridlock. Each port operated their holding bill where trucks wait to load their respective consignments out of the port. He added that the hindrances that constitute the gridlock and economic waste to the nation was lack of holding bills and trailer parks, adding that there was the essence of the problem on Ito. The Manufacturing Association of Nigeria has commended the federal government of Nigeria for its decision to suspend the implementation of the expatriate employment levy to give room for further engagement with stakeholders. In a statement made available to newsmen yesterday, Segun Ajayi Kadri, the Director General of MAN, said MAN had earlier made representation to the President and copied the Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Industry, Trade and Investment and Interior to discontinue the enforcement of levy and follow up with the aforementioned ministers. Ajayi Kadri also expressed the deep appreciation of MAN for the swift intervention of the Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy. According to him, we acknowledge the importance role of the Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment. We equally recognize the support of the Chairman of the Presidential Committee on Fiscal Policy and Tax Reform. Also, the international business community, particularly those with whom we've signed trade agreement, would also be reassured of our commitment to the creation of a congenial business environment. Away from business, now to the world of sport. No fewer than 12 coaches yesterday beat the deadline for submission of application letters to the Nigerian Football Federation (NFF) for the vacant post of head coach of the senior men's national team of Nigeria, Super Eagles, which was advertised last week. The federation had 5 days ago declared the position of the Super Eagle head coach vacant following the expiration of the contract of former gaffer Jose Peseiro at the end of February. In a statement on its website calling for applications, the NFF stated the prospective Super Eagle coach must have proven experience at the elite level of football. Among the applications received by the NFF are those from former head coach of Tanzania's senior men's team, Taifa Stars, and ex-coach of 2015 FIFA Under-17 World Cup winning team, Golden Eaglets of Nigeria, Emmanuel Amunike, Finidi George, who was Pesirio's assistant coach, and former Super Eagles head coach Sunday Olise. Others who filed the application before the deadline are Samson Siasia, former Super Eagles head coach, whose FIFA ban will soon be lifted and Sylvanus Opala, ex-Super Eagles assistant coach under the late Stephen Kechi, among others. Still on sports, Maurizio Sarri has resigned as Lazio coach after a poor run of form left them off the pace in the race for European football, the Italian club confirmed on Wednesday. Lazio announced that Maurizio Sarri has resigned from his role as first-team coach, Lazio said in a statement. Sarri's assistant Giovanni Marchisio has taken the reins, Lazio added, reportedly only until the international break, which starts after this weekend when Lazio face relegation threatened Frosinone. And that's the much we have for you on the news at this very hour. Many thanks for being a part of this, and many thanks to our entire news production crew. I'm Samuel Okata. From all of us here, it's bye for now.